What's up, Internet Land? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers video review. And today, the figure I'm reviewing is the Transformer crossovers. I don't know. Gigawatt. It's Gigawatt. And if you pronounce it Gigawatt, like, why do you even have it? I don't even know. But yes, this is the deluxe class Gigawatt. I was able to pick one up at a local surplus store for like $20, and I was like, damn, oh, I'll pick it up for that price. I didn't really want to pay $40 for a deluxe figure, which, I mean, I'm not, yeah. Anyhow, it wasn't the sort of thing that I really wanted to do. But then this, opportune came by, and I was like, maybe I should. I don't know. They still have a, I'm kind of debating picking up the Ghostbusters one they have. It was the Target exclusive on the card with the comic book. But, I don't know. I've already reviewed that figure, so I don't know if I will. But anyhow, this guy here, he is, by the way, he shares the same, like, Combiner War style, he shares the same, like, transformation archetype as Sideswipe. And in fact, he does share some molds with Sideswipe. I think the thighs, the waist, the hips, the lower arms, and a significant portion of his like inner structure, like all of this structure in here is all shared with Sideswipe, the Siege Sideswipe. Well, I guess we don't have a non-Siege Sideswipe yet, but yeah, he's pretty cool. Got the old flux capacitor here with the time little readout, which is super cool. This is all cast in transparent plastic, so you can kind of like see behind it. He's got flux capacitors on his knee. Would have been fun to have some of these other little details picked out, but like all of these details are done quite well, actually. I like that a lot. The whole, and we'll see this more prominently in vehicle mode, but the whole outer paneling of this car is done with this like textured to it. And that has to do with the DeLorean. Its body was actually stainless steel, brushed stainless steel, so swanky. Why it doesn't say DMC right here? I don't know. But anyhow, it is it's a good looking figure. It's a good looking figure. I would recommend it for $20. In terms of accessories, he comes with his blaster here, which, I mean, that is Optimus Prime's blaster for sure, but like scaled down. And he comes with this little Mr. Fusion, which you can attach onto his blaster here, or you can move it down to here. Though if you stick it on the back of his gun, I thought I recalled it getting in the way of something, but you can stick it on the back, or you can stick it on the top. Whichever you prefer. It works just as well either way. He also comes with this little lightning rod here. Well, it's not technically a lightning rod, but Yep. And you can attach this onto any of the 5mm ports here. I like to keep it on the back here. I think that's a fairly stylish way to keep it. His face sculpt is looking all right with the goggles. I will point out that this is made out of that flexy rubbery plastic. So, but anyhow, let's get into posability. So his head is on a ball joint. It'll go back and forth a little bit. Not really much motion side to side or up and down, but it will rotate just fine. Just fine. His arms go all the way around, come out for a full tree pose. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got an elbow joint with 90 degrees of bend. No swivel at the wrist, though he does have a transformation joint. You can move that slightly in if you'd like. Waist joint here works just fine. Legs go that far forward, that far back, out for, that's at least 105% Van Damme. His knee only bends like that much. So it's like 45 degrees, if that. Kind of ridiculous. But, yeah. Ankle tilt is hella and no movement up and down, really. But all in all, it's alright. I mean, it's... You stand him on your shelf and he'll look just fine. This is... At the scarcity and price of one of these figures, you're not really going to be like, you know, playing with it with the same degree that you might play with a lot of other figures, or... I guess most of us are adult collectors and we don't really play as much. We just display. So, anyhow, to get him transformed up, what we're going to do is take his shoulders and unpeg them from the sides. You can take this. This is actually one of the more frustrating parts of his transformation because the head doesn't get out of the way, but you have to like lift it up part way so that you can get this part rotated around. Let's get the wheels out of the way first. Hello, Zach. So with that out of the way, you can rotate this part way and then it clicks in just like that, and then you can bring it up all the rest of the way. Fold his wrists in, and then his arms will connect up like that, and then you'll take this little tab here, swing it around, and it'll plug into the side there. Same with the other side. Bring his wrist in, fold up his arm, bring it in like so, bring this little tab around, that will plug into the front, rotate his waist, open up this panel here, swing this out, swing his foot in, bring this around, and then let's prepare to close this, but not close it quite yet, because we want to do this with the leg first. Push that through, fold up his foot, fold up his leg. Now we can tab these together, close these panels. Close these panels, they will tab in. There's a little tab here and a little tab back here. They'll click in quite nicely. And that's all you got to it. Make sure everything's lined up. And there he is in his DeLorean mode. And he, again, looks pretty damn good. At first I was a little surprised that they did not texture like the roof of this car. Like he's got texture here, but not here. But then I realized as I was looking at it that the way this piece is molded, the molds come in from the sides like this. So this is the front face of that molding. And this is going to be a smooth, it's going to be smooth so it disengages from the mold properly. So there's that. You can take this and you can plug this in for the Back to the Future 1 mode. So you can swing on by, catch the hook from the clock tower, and go back in time. Or you can pull this out, throw on Mr. Fusion here. He'll tab in there. Not the tightest connection, unfortunately. And then you can actually fold these wheels down to get his flying mode in. And that's super cool as well. Oh, I forgot to mention one other thing. You can take and store his gun right here. But yeah, it's fun. You can pose it with the doors open, though there's no detail inside, of course. But yeah, it's a fun little figure. Again, if you find one for, $20, I think it's well worth that amount of money. I personally was not super keen on it for $40, and though I'm going to stow this all on the car mode, even though it's not technically accurate. I have nostalgia for Back to the Future. The show came out when I was a kid, and I watched it a bunch. And I love it a lot. But, like, at the same time, I wasn't super keen on, paying for a figure that I knew was going to, like, I know that this figure doesn't have much going for it except the nostalgia. It's not super well proportioned. It's really blocky in robot mode. It's got a lot of limiting posability, especially in the knees. I mean, the rest of it's okay, but the knees are, like, that affects a lot of the poses that you can get out of it. And, yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt about it at $40, but when I saw it at, especially I know I didn't want to pick it up at some of the early aftermarket prices, where when it first came out, and then you could pick it up at like GameStop for $40, or you could pick it up on eBay for like $80, and I was like, nope. But yeah, for $20, it was certainly well worth my money. So it's all right. I dig it. But anyhow, that's all I got for here. Thanks everybody for watching. You guys are fantastic, and everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya.